Hey guys, welcome back to Swiss Watch Expo. Vlad is here, and today we're going to talk about one of the most iconic watches, the Breitling Navitimer, and we're going to talk about some fresh arrivals into the Breitling collection in this Navitimer line. So welcome back, guys, and as I mentioned, we're going to discuss the Navitimer. Navitimer is one of the most iconic watches that ever was created by Breitling, starting from like 1953 when they first introduced this line. It's have like this very distinct and interesting look in Breitling collection that just take the hearts of all the collectors. So from 1953, Breitling created this model and still producing the Navitimers in a lot of different variations. And it's a very classic chronograph watch that was created for pilot that uses the glide lock. So it uses the slide rule bezel combination, and it's a very busy look to the watch. So everybody knows what Navitimer looks like, but Breitling decided to kind of like refresh their collection and come back with some interesting addition to the Navitimer collection, just to get away from like the classic chronograph look and come back with something that will kind of like freshen up this line. And today we're going to talk about three options that you currently have in a Navitimer collection for like all the Breitling lovers, if you are getting a little bit bored of like the classic, the chronograph with 3 sub-dials. So first, let's take a look at this beautiful Breitling Navitimer in 41mm. So this is the model that they decided to create to make it a little bit more simple look to the Breitling Navitimer. So you get all those iconic things from the model. So you get the slide rule bezel insert with like this very nice and grippy bezel bins around it. You also get in the classic Navitimer bracelet with the 5 links. It's very shiny and very luxurious looking, but the case is much more slimmer. It comes with the closed case back to kind of like not the add to the thickness of the watch, so it's kind of like more dressier look from the Breitling Navitimer. It's a time only watch and you can pick it up for like a lot of different combinations. So if you are loving the classic Breitling Navitimer on a leather strap look, there's a lot of options for that. If you want to pick up this classic bracelet, you can also do it, and if you want to choose your own color of the dial, they make so many options. And what we have up here, it is beautiful green dial that are very popular right now. It's one of the most hottest and fresh additions to like pretty much any watch collection, and the Breitling make very nice and deep green for those watches. The watch comes with the date at 6 o'clock that also help with the proportions of the watch and also the dial layout. Absolutely stunning, very classic, and will be great for either dress or everyday watch because it's a sport model in a little bit more simple, dressier look from Breitling. And the 41mm case in the Breitling collection also not a big one, so a lot of people with like even smaller wrists can wear this timepiece. If you are looking for something a little bit more unique, a little bit more luxurious from Breitling, they also making those models in gold. So up here we have a rose gold option with also very nice deep green dial that have like a black outline on the outer ring of the bezel that actually gives a little bit more like intense colors of green pop. But this model is also one of the fresh additions to the Breitling collection because they decided to put on the classic time only watch the GMT function. So if you want to track the second time zone with your Breitling Navitimer, Breitling also think about you and created this model. It's come with the very nice loomed hands, and like the second hand also made in white, so it's super visible on this busy dial, even though like you still have like those classic slide rule bezel and a lot of indicators as Breitling put on those watches. This model comes with the very nice and classic black strap with the white stitching, so we still are running in this pilot scheme, but it's a little bit more simpler watch with very useful complication for everyday or traveler from Breitling. And also in 2016, Breitling decided to kind of like rethink the Navitimer chronograph lineup, and they come up with the Aviator 8 model. So this is the vintage-inspired Breitling Navitimer. It still carried the Navitimer name into this line, but it's much more vintage-inspired, classic pilot's watch with much more simpler look. So you don't have the the slide rule bezel, even though you still have like the bezel that are bidirectional, so you will be able to do like certain calculation with this watch, but you don't have like that massive and very busy look to the timepiece. This particular model comes with the blue dial and silver subdials, so you can easily read what your chronograph shows, and they decided to redo this model completely. So the watch comes in the 43mm, which is again classic for the Navitimer lineup, and it's come supplied with the BO1 movement from Breitling, their in-house caliber that they created for the chronographs, but it's come with the much more simpler design bracelet from Breitling, and this case that is reminiscent to like those older models from Breitling chronographs. So a lot of different options in Navitimer. You can still look into the classic Navitimer line, or go a little bit different direction with the time only or the Aviator A line. So a lot of options. We have a lot of them at Swiss Watch Expo. So if you are a fan of the Breitling and you want to add the Navitimer to your collection, you definitely should, and give us a call at Swiss Watch Expo. We'll help you to find the right one.